Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is my second video on this channel and I'm going to talk about the most atrocious and also the most demanding gacha game, which is none other than the Fate Grand Order, which is one of the most influential yet controversial gacha games in history. So Fate Grand Order is often called as a FGO in a short form, was released in Japan back in 2015 and later launched in global after 2 years later in 2017. It is a game filled with incredible storyline, emotional depth, and extensive cast of character inspired by the history and the mythology. However, the one thing that constantly stood out and frustrated many players is none other than its gacha system and the monetization. For nearly 6 years after Fate release, FGO operated without any form of PT system. That means player could roll hundred of times and still not receive the 5-star servant. Every pool was completely dependent on luck, and probability of obtaining a specific 5-star unit was around 1% or even lower. This became more noticeable when game like Genshin Impact launched in 2020, offering players a built-in PT system from day one. Genshin models showed that gacha games could still be profitable while also giving players a sense of fairness and security. As other modern games titles like the Wuthering Waves continued this trend and Fate Grand Order started to feel increasingly outdated. So after years of community feedback, Fate finally introduced its own PT system in 2022. First it was released in Japan and after that it released in global. However, unlike other gacha system, FGO version required 330 summons to reach the PT and which required roughly around 900 Saint quartz, which is similar to Genshin Primo Gems, to guarantee a single 5-star servant. And when the banner ends, the progress resets entirely, meaning your count does not carry over to the next one. To put it into a perspective, like 900 Saint quartz can easily translate it in 800 or more dollar depending on the region where you live in, because some region cost the packs more and more because based on their currency. So this makes it one of the most expensive and demanding system in gacha industry. But here is the thing. Despite that hellish gacha and monetization setup, FGO somehow keeps its player. The reason is why. Because it's the game mechanics and storytelling run deep. The battle may look simple on the surface, but the turn-based strategy, character synergy, and how each servant skill interact with others can get surprisingly complex. Added that to the emotional writing and also the sheer scale of Fate universe, and you started to understand why so many people stick around after being destroyed by the gacha. So in the end, FGO represent both best and worst sides of gacha gaming, a masterpiece of writing and world building, but also a reminder of how harsh a system can feel when chance is only the guarantee. So thank you for watching. I hope this gave you a better understanding why Fate Grand Order gacha system is often considered one of the toughest in genre. So that's all for this video. See you in the next video. Peace.